Hydrilla is an invasive aquatic plant taking over Florida waterways. These plants can reproduce asexually when fragments or one of their tubers break off and form their own plants. Each tuber can produce 6,000 other tubers, and each small fragment can produce a whole new plant. This is why it is named after the mythological Hydra, which grows 2 heads for each one that is cut off. Another scientist compares it to herpes because once you've got it forever. Seeds are dropped just for long distance dispersal, which are carried away by birds. They then grow at up to an inch per day, growing from the ground up to 30 feet, where it then branches out in mats at the surface of the water, allowing them to quickly take over waterways and disperse themselves, deoxygenating the water and sometimes shading out other plants. They are able to do this in areas with much less nutrients and light than most native plants, since they are more efficient and can store nutrients. This allows them to begin growing from deeper areas and start photosynthesizing faster than most native plants. Their submerged leaves form whorls, and their thin stems tangle in mats at the surface. They can grow in nearly all freshwater bodies, including lakes, ponds, springs, rivers, and canals. They grow in some temperate zones, but they mostly thrive in tropical zones. In the U.S., they can be found mostly on the southeast coast, but also in the east and in some parts of California. The plant is native to Asia, but it is now found in every continent other than Antarctica. It first came to Florida in the 1950s as an aquarium plant. It is now spread mostly by humans as their fragments get stuck on boats and gear, or simply by pet owners releasing fish or their aquariums.
Are you serious, dude?
In Florida, it creates a monoculture in some waterways, doubling its body mass every 2 weeks. This clogs the waterways, sometimes depleting them of oxygen for their fish and shadowing out other plants. Although they can provide shelter to fish, this can off-balance the predator-prey relationship of some fish, since smaller fish that can hide in it will thrive, while more predator fish will have trouble navigating the plant. This can lead to a decrease in the fish population and subsequently the bird population. The plant also damages the economy. It clogs and slows water flow into things like dams or power plants. It also hurts the catch rate of fishermen and decreases tourism by making recreational activities like swimming and boating nearly impossible. To manage this, biological control is used when possible. The grass carp is the most effective form of this, which when introduced to lakes with the hydrilla, it eats it. Unfortunately, they are not selective in what they eat and are unpredictable, so they cannot be used in open waterways as much. This is when herbicide products, usually containing endothall, can be applied with helicopters, fixed-wing aircrafts, boats, trucks, or backpack sprayers, depending on factors such as the size of the plant.